good stuff.
Call it beginner's luck, call it timing, call it brotherhood. But the National Guardsmen who came to the pitch came to play. And as Ray Vallis predicted, it had the desired effect.
You go through certain things, you see certain things, and you develop that bond. Well, when we got back and we got on the pitch, that was it. That bond really intensified.
When you play that hard with guys and when you challenge yourself like that and you compete against other teams, like, you can't help but develop a bond.
Saturday is the culmination of our season as a complete team before a bunch of the guys go overseas. All right? Make it count. Make it count for that. All right? Respect those guys that are going overseas by kicking some serious ass on Saturday. That's how we do it. All right? That's how we honor those guys going over there in the desert for a year. We show up, we bring it from the throw-in till the very last whistle blows all day Saturday. All right? Field set up 8:30, start warming up at 9. First throw-in is at 10.
Over the years, the bond between these soldiers has grown. And in 2010, they received the ultimate compliment.
We said we need to go to where it all started. And our goal was to develop as players, to develop cohesion on the team, to develop our respect for the sport, too, because this is the national sport of another country. And you have to have a certain respect there. You can't just Americanize it. You have to really understand where it comes from and the role that it plays in Ireland, because it is significant. It's a very significant part of their history and of national identity.
The Barley House Wolves, as they'd come to be known, accepted an invitation from an Irish Army hurling team to experience the roots of the game firsthand.
It was an amazing experience. We went to Croke Park, which is the main stadium, kind of the heart and soul of the Gaelic Athletic Association, the GAA in Ireland. We took in a county match. We got to see Cork versus Tipperary, which was a huge match and an important match on the year, and really get an appreciation for how it looks when the sport is played correctly. It was an eye-opener.
These soldiers play with a passion often reserved for those who've grown up around the sport. But they play with something else as well, and that part of their game comes from the other side of their lives. Hurling is not for the faint of heart, but neither is life on the battlefield. There's a connection between the military mindset and what's going on in an athlete's mind in the heat of the game. It's a connection that serves the Barley House Wolves well in a sport like hurling.
Honestly, I would say it's one of the most difficult sports that you could take up this late in your life. Coming from Ireland, everybody who does play hurling will pick it up at a very young age.
There's a direct translation between sports teamwork and military teamwork. Everyone has their role to play. Say you're playing a field sport. Everyone has their position. Everyone has their job to do. And it all contributes towards the whole, towards the larger picture, the larger mission. So if you're on the field and you're the goalie, you have a specific mission. Your job isn't to score goals, it's to prevent them. It's a narrow focus. But everyone has their role that they play, their specific job to do that contributes into the larger success.
Well done, Dara! Good goal, Mike!
Being military members of a team sport, one of the things that comes quite a bit more easy when I talk to other guys that are running hurling teams in the area. The discipline aspect makes our team aspect a lot easier. When we say, hey, line it up for drills, there's not a lot of questioning or dragging feet. I mean, guys know what they have to do when they go do it. I'm talking to a guy who runs a team up in Maine, and he said, I got to get guys to start doing drills. They don't want to. And I said, what do you do for that? I said, really, it's not an issue for us. Being a military-based team, you say, hey, it's time for drills, the guys know. Time to line up and we'll run through the drills. There's not a lot of questioning it or anything like that. It's the basic discipline to know you have to work hard in whatever you're doing in order to get better.
Go down a bit, dude. Just make sure your pass is right.
The discipline may be the same, but there's one distinct difference between life in a military uniform and life in a hurling kit.
You're wearing a uniform for both, but there is a difference. But it's one of the things we have to establish when you're out on the pitch. You can't yell out sergeant because you'd have like 8 guys turn their head to look for the pass. So, You know, we came to an agreement, you know, rank had to come off when you step on the pitch.
Whether it's playing on the pitch or working on base, one characteristic of this unit has carried over from their time in country to their time in Concord.
One of the common traits you see with Colonel Vallis is when he took over the company as Captain Vallis, he instilled a sense of pride in the unit. He told the unit that, you know, basically he said, you know, you're the best unit in the state. You're the only infantry unit in the state. And you're going to train harder, you're going to work harder, but you'll know you're better than any other unit in the state. And, you know, he carried that through when we were here in New Hampshire and then overseas, you know, when we went through our mobilization site, he said, you know, we're going to be the best unit to go through. You know, we're going to, you know, complete the task, complete the training exercises better than anyone else has. And we, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we did. And then he continued that attitude of just being the best that we could be, and that we were the best.
Colonel Vallis he taught me a lot as I was a young NCO. You know, he taught me different things as we were going through our year in Iraq. And when we get on the pitch, it's more of the same thing. It's, you know, hey, you need to be working on this. You need to be, you know, trying to put it through the uprights at 65 meters. You know, those are the things you need to practice.
You want to go in there? Keep tightening it in a little bit. Now.
He's got this quality about him that when he asks you to do something, he makes you think that it was your idea. It's an amazing quality that I wish I had, but he really will make you think it was your idea by the time he's done talking to you.
But it's not just leadership that has helped this group of soldiers transform themselves from guard unit to hurling team.
It's that sense of pride for me, you know, knowing that I've helped to bring this to a lot of people, and that I'm going to continue to try and do that. You know, it's just that sense of pride. I bring that to work every day.
This is our house, all right? We've never lost in Concord. This club has not lost a match in Concord. We have not. Win that on Saturday. We go out hard, we win. We've been training harder than anyone else, I guarantee it. We've been busting ass, and it'll pay off. All right? Hands in. Wolves on 3, guys. Sign off. 1, 2, 3. Wolves!